All right, shalom, shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Brother Shapai coming at you again with another lesson through the Spirit. All right. Using the Urim and Thummim as we usually do, just lining up some scriptures. And you know, we talk about this often, you know, about when you read Wisdom of Solomon, right? And Solomon knew all the operations of the elements and things of that nature. When we get that knowledge back, when we get that spiritual download, that new covenant, spiritual power is going to be first nature to us. All right? And whether people can't fathom that on this side, we're not regular. We're gods in human form, simply put. Okay? And Solomon knew how everything operated because the Lord gave him that spirit. All right, but soon, all right, that spirit is going to be placed upon the elect. Okay? And the first stage of that spiritual power is us receiving the truth, us receiving that breath of life, us living again. And that's why these nations are in fear. All right, it talks about them being in fear when we stood upon our feet. Talks about them being troubled, because when the Lord rises us up and it's that time, the elect is going to get physical, man, and it's going to be sci-fi. It's going to be out of this world. And when I say sci-fi, I ain't talking about fiction. I'm just talking about the shit we see in sci-fi, because science fiction means, you know, it's fake. But nonetheless, a lot of this shit is not far-stretched if you know the order of operations. All right? By Isaiah 40 and 29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases strength. But they that wait on Yahweh, he shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings and not faint. Right? That sounds something like a superhuman body, right? Okay? But we ain't gonna be flesh. We're gonna be something else. Alright? Something that's much more than terrestrial or celestial. Alright? We're gonna have the best of both worlds. Okay? Our shit, how you gonna say, our ultimate form, if you will. So when this happens, man, there's nothing Esau's going to be able to do. His armies, no matter of fucking weapons, is going to be able to stop Yahweh while Yahweh Shai and the elect. Okay? But the Lord is going to put in the Esau heart, so he durst fight, right? Because he's a proud man. Zechariah 12 and 8. In that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And he that is feeble amongst them at that day shall be as David. So the weakest, the feeblest amongst the inhabitants of Jerusalem is going to be as King David in his glory days. And King David was the top warrior. All right, Leonidas had nothing on King David. Achilles had nothing on King David. So on and so forth. Okay? So in that day, it says the feeble is going to be like King David. So what level is the elect going to be on? What level is King David going to be on? What level is Elisha, Elijah, Ezekiel, Jonathan? What level are they going to be on? The Maccabees, the 7 brothers. Just through the Spirit, we know they are the elect. Wisdom of Solomon 3:7. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks and stubbles. Woo! Y'all watch Dragon Ball Z. They be teleporting, running fast as fuck in the blink of an eye. Okay? They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. These are things Christians don't even talk about. This is part of the gospel. Nobody talks about this, man. Yahushua said it's going to be a small thing for a man to change his stature. So we're going to have power over the molecules in our body and atoms and things of that nature. Molecular properties. Classic, Psalms 18:29. For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leaped over a wall. Alright, verse 34, he teaches my hand of war, so that a bow of steel is broken in my hands. I mean, what did y'all think this was talking about? Okay? See, right now we're just in a weak nature. But these things are coming back. David and his 30 mighty men was legendary, man. They ain't call him mighty man for no reason. Okay? So, yeah, Micah 5:7. This is one of my favorite ones, man. And the remnant, who's the remnant? The elect. The remnant of Jacob shall be like a lion amongst the beasts of the forest. Who, and if he go through, will tread of down and tear it in pieces. Right? And none could deliver. Matter of fact, I asked for the KJV, but I think this is probably the new KJV. It sounds like a short, because it says it's a young lion, which is it's a lion in its prime. Okay? Isaiah 59:19. When the enemy should come in like a flood. Now this is AI. AI know what these scriptures are talking about. Because, like, once again, where did AI get the breakdowns? All right? Hey, that saying that we have a GMS made the whole world read the Bible, that is true. Now, you probably could put some of these scriptures in, and the same chat GTP would give you multiple breakdowns, but on a one level base breakdown, it is what it is. It's plain and simple. Right? When the enemy should come in like a flood, the Spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Who's going to be that standard? You guys are going to find out. Exodus 15:3. Yahweh is a man of war. Not how much more, but will not his sons also be as well? 2 Samuel 22:30, which parallels the Psalms. What was that? Psalms 18. Luke 10:19. Behold, I give you the power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. The Lord gave the apostles that power back then. Now we've become weaker over nature, all right? Now whether back then we were more spiritually connected versus now And not saying we're not less spiritually connected, but now we have the breakdowns. We have the increased knowledge of the scriptures that the prophets of old didn't have yet, because the understanding or the timing wasn't there yet. Okay? But back then, hey, they was full with the power of the Lord, man. And not saying we ain't full with the power of the Lord now, but they were physically able to do certain things. Okay? That's coming back. A great falling away had to happen, man. So all those things got lost. Right? John 14:12. Now, Yahushua did a lot of miracles that can't even be put in the book. John 14, St. John 14:12 says, "He that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do." So the Lord said we're going to do greater works. I can't fathom that, man. Greater works than the man who did so many works, so many miracles that couldn't be contained in the book. It is going to be eons of us just doing miracles, doing unbelievable things, man. True, that's a good one. That Romans 8:19, it says, "The earnest expectation of the creature," which is creation, all creation, waited for the manifestations of the sons of God. All right? Everybody wants to see this, man. Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, the enemy wants to see if we're the sons of the Most High. And they know. Oh, let's try and see if it be true. Y'all know we are, man. All right? You can read over some of these scriptures yourselves, man. And that's just something I was dwelling on. Like, me personally, I haven't been into the spiritual powers in a minute, but when that day come, man, that's part of the covenant, man. That's part of that covenant. Now, all of Israel are going to have some sense of spiritual powers in the kingdom of heaven, but the elect, first fruits, getting to taste that first. And yeah, the elect is going to be on another level than the rest of Israel, man. Just like Yahushua's stature is over the regular elect. All right, the regular elect is going to be over you regular Israelites. All right, it's going to be a different level, man. Hey, so with that, hey, I pray this was edifying. I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kadash. Double honors to thee, all apostles, a great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abad, well.